Alright, so previously we worked with, I introduced you to astrology and major arcana. So we're going to shift it up just a little bit and we're going to go very basic with this. So now that you have kind of like a basic understanding of what the suits are and how they come into play, we're going to go into like the numerics of it with each card again and the suits, right? Okay. So this time we're going to lay off a little bit on astrology. I am going to touch on it just a little bit, but we're going to talk about twos, threes, fours, fives, and sixes. And I think with the second one, some of the first bit is going to start to make a bit more sense, and this lesson is going to sort of help tie everything in together. And after you watch the first one and this one, you're going to be like, oh, now I understand, now I get it. I also chose to use my thing doesn't want to see, so I'm using a selenite wand, which supposedly, well, not supposedly, we're going to put some faith into this. It amplifies energy. Okay, so here we go. So now we're going to start. The first thing I've told you, you have a broad understanding of like the elements themselves, right? For example, like we had talked about before, the cups are water, the swords are air, the wands are fire, and this is earth. And we talked a little bit about, water is the signs themselves being, excuse me, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And that out of all of those, the fixed element would be Scorpio, and that being one of the more powerful elements. The cardinal element within that would be Cancer. Anyway, I'll dive into that when we touch the Cancer cards, or when we touch the major arcana for Cancer. I'll talk to that, but we're not going to go into any major arcana today. We're just going to try to get through or teach you some of these numbers, because I feel like doing so might be beneficial. So today we're going to start with twos. So now that you have a fundamental understanding of what each element is, we're going to go forward from there. Emotion, thought, physical grounding, and passion or creativity. So that's what we're going off. This is our physical, our reality, but it can also be in every one of these is if you apply them to how they are in love. For example, if someone wants a love reading and then they say, you pull something and it's a physical card. Well, you're like, well, how does this work? Then you apply it to the physical reality that was within it. Okay, well, then this person, when they're thinking of something, they ask a love question, then the answer is simple. This person is not looking at this love situation necessarily from an emotional standpoint or a thinking standpoint or a passion standpoint or they're thinking it from a physical standpoint. Okay, just to make that clear, keep that in the basis here. Okay, and if you get one and one clarifies the other, well, then that means that their emotion and their physical world, or their emotion and passion, those are the two kind of elements. If you think of it as elements, then that helps to bring things like to light for you. Okay, so these are basic things that once you learn about tarot, you'll start being able to read it like a book or read it like a sheet of music. So basically what I'm teaching you to do is to read tarot like music, and that's basically what reading tarot is. It's like the music of it's like reading sheet music of the universe, the energy. It's like reading sheet music, but it's visual and beautiful. Anyway, so two energy is it's often this or that in some ways. It is the combination of two things. Two energy is always about choice. When you draw a two card, it's about choice, always about choice. Okay, when you draw a three card, it's a little bit different. It's about the foundation of something or building the foundation of something. And we will go into what each one of these cards means according to the element. Oops, I bumped it. Sorry. Sorry, Courtney. Okay, sorry about that. Shit. I was trying not to. But I wanted you to be able to see the cards clearly and everything this time. But yes, threes are about foundations, are sort of like, there's always, yes, there was a choice, but something is coming in on this choice. There's a third element always involved in that choice. So it's building on the fact there was a choice, but there was something out of your control in that choice. Fours are a little bit different. Fours are like the consequence of the choice. Or fours are more about like, they're more inward. They're always more inward. Fours are more about like, what is my reaction to said choice? Okay? Progression or my reaction. Fours are always inward. It's more of like the self portion. Fives, okay, I'll be honest with you. There is not a single 5 card that is good. 5 is almost like there is not a single good 5 card. 5 is about conflict, whether it be inward or outward. 5 is conflict. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. 6 on the other hand, 6 is about things sort of coming together. And we will explain the energies. I'll teach you these energies and how they apply. But 6 is always about reciprocity. Either reciprocity with oneself, reciprocity with the past, reciprocity with the future, or reciprocity with those around us. 6 is reciprocity. That's the way I simply see it. 6 is about coming to terms with the past, the present, and the future. Always. So, all right, let's get to our 2s, my love. Our first one we're going to go into is the water element. Now, this is a card that absolutely everyone loves to get, okay? 2s are about 1 and 2. This is actually supposed to be, biblically, this is Adam and Eve. And they call it the love card. This is the ultimate love card. This is soulmates. All right. This is, I love you. I'm giving you my cup of love. You are giving me cup of love. Everything is copacetic. This is, I don't like the term soulmates, and I'll tell you why. I believe that soulmates completely, truly exist. But it's in the way that soulmates are simply your family, your soul family. Hey, soul sister. So anyone can actually, we have multiple soulmates. We meet multiple soulmates in our lifetime. Soulmates are not necessarily like, you're the one made for me and I'm made for you. That garbage would be the idea of someone's twin flame. And I don't know. I don't know. I have a whole theory on all of that, and I'm not going to get into it right now. But essentially, this is the idea that we are copacetic. We are jiving. We are jiving emotionally. And you can apply that to love if you want to in a romantic way. But you can also apply this like heart. It's just emotional harmony in every aspect on the board, okay? So depending on how the reading, if it's a love reading, people like to tie it especially to love. And yes, if you get this in a love reading, that can be very good. However, I mean, the surrounding cards, of course, will come into play as well. I mean, for example, if I get this with an additional, sorry, I did not have time to do anything with my nails. They are a wreck right now, so we'll pretend they don't look a wreck. But anyway, so if you get this with other cards, it may be that they feel like you and them jive emotionally, but that doesn't always mean that other things aren't going on in life as well, right? But this is we are jiving copacetically, emotionally. We are islands in the stream. That is what we are. This is no one in between. How can we be wrong? You know, it's the whatever love means to you, that's what this card is. Now, like I said, it could be your dream job, it could be your in a romantic relationship, your ideal relationship. You guys are jiving, like you are even like family wise, you know, you guys are copacetic. This is your ideal connection emotionally. That's what this card means. A lot of people like to try to confuse it with like a lot of things, but you know, anyway. Now, Two of Swords. This is Two of Thoughts. This is, I'll call it that, Two of Thoughts. This is the air element. This is Aquarius. This is Gemini, and this is Libra. These are the thinkers. This is a thinker card. So this also talks about someone who is, it's again, it's twos are about decisions. So this means that I have made the emotional decision that everything is copacetic, right? And this means that I am going to sit alone with my thoughts, and I'm going to be at a standstill. I'm not going to make a decision. I have stuck up my boundaries. I am blindfolded. I am just going to be. I am not going to make any choice whatsoever. I am just going to be. Simply be. I'm not going to choose here nor there. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to be at a standstill. I'm not even going to think about it. This is basically the back burner card. Fuck it. I ain't thinking about it. I'm just, it's not that big of a deal to me. I'll deal with it later. That's what I like to call this card. It's like I'll deal with it later, because it's not the seriousness that some of the other swords cards can be. It's more of the, I don't know, I'll put it off. I'll deal with it later. It's not, I understand it's something and it matters. In other words, they are actually thinking about it, or they've thought about it, but maybe they don't take it so serious. They're just basically at a point of indecision and like, I'll think about it later. It's not something I need to worry about right now. I'll deal with it later. Or it's not, sometimes it is, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. It's their problem. It can be that energy as well. Depending on the cards around it, it can be that. It's like, I'm not taking a stance. I'm not taking a side. I'm not making a choice in this. In other words, this is the choice of indecision. I'm not making a choice right now. This is that type of energy. Now this one can actually be sometimes a really beautiful energy. Oh, so wait. So if someone's asking, say money-wise, relationship-wise, or even job-wise, if they're like, if job-wise, I would not. If someone's like, what is the energy around my job right now? This would be like a standstill. This person does not even, if the energy around it is like, right now where you're at, you probably don't even matter. And that sounds really harsh, doesn't it? But it's like, you don't even matter. None of it matters. Nothing else matters. But I mean, that basically someone thinks that it's whatever you're going through is not their problem. At work, it would be like that. It's not their problem. Not my monkey, not my circus. If I would interpret it that way. Not my monkey, not my circus. Move along. Ma'am, nothing to see here for work. If they're trying to make a decision on a candidate and you haven't heard anything yet, basically they haven't decided. Or maybe they're just ignoring. I wouldn't say ignoring you. This is not the ignoring you card. This is just a wait and see card. They're still going to wait and see. Emotionally, in a relationship, I would take this as this person just refuses. They are not going to shit and get off the pot. They are not going to do anything. They don't see this as their problem. They don't see, there's no sense of urgency here. They don't see what the problem is, and they refuse to. So Now this one is Two of Wands. So this is more of the energy. Again, this is fire energy, just like fire. Now this is more of like, this is someone who is sort of dreaming, and they have like plans in place. They have ideas. So this is not just someone like dreaming and being like, I wonder, I wish, and how can I get something going? This is a guy who's got like, okay, he's kind of waiting. He's waiting for his ship to come in. So in other words, he's made some decisions and he's like, is my strategy going to work? If I do this, is it going to bring me the world? Is this the first steps to my big path? Is this going to do... So it's more about like making decisions for your passion. So in other words, this would be a whole lot more favorable. Like in a job interview, if you were someone were asking about their job, this would be more like the type of energy of someone has a choice. Should I pursue this, or should I do that, or should I choose this candidate, or should I choose that candidate? And the reason being, is it, or should I choose that job or that job, or should I consider starting my own business? What should I do? This has a lot more depth, feeling, and actual plans for moving forward at the moment. This is should I go with this, or should I go with that mentality? Because I'm ready to make my purchase, and I want to know, is it going to pay off for my greater good and my passion, my desire? I have good intentions. Is this going to work? So this is someone who has very good intentions because they know exactly what they want. They just need to know, is what I'm about to do going to produce the results I want for my desired outcome? And the key word is desired outcome. And this guy right here, oh, I always feel so bad when I see Two of Pentacles, and I don't mean it in a bad way. But he's doing exactly this. He is juggling. And all this mofo is doing is juggling one thing from one hand to the other. He is the clown. He is, and that's exactly it. He's the clown. He's the juggler. He's the jester. And what he is juggling is real things and real responsibility, be it in a relationship, work, family life, or in his whole world feels like it's about to go tossed on scattered seas. This guy right here really feels every moment of everything that he's doing, because this isn't some dream. This isn't something that he is ignoring in his head. This isn't something that he's about to do. This isn't something to do with his emotions, because he ain't even got time to truly feel emotions. He is living it. Now, be it one woman to another, and he can't feel something for either of them because he's juggling both of them, and yes, it can mean that. Or it's the fact that he can't connect with his family like he would like to because he's too busy working, or he can't connect with love because he's too busy working. He's too busy chasing that neon, rainbow, whatever. This man or woman is juggling too much to connect, either mentally or emotionally or passionately. So that's what I see when I see the Two of Pentacles. So I always kind of feel sorry for that person, because basically that person is feeling a tad overwhelmed, but they are trying. They are legit trying. So we're not to the energy yet that they don't want to, but depending on the other cards that are around it, yeah, there's a possibility this mofo could be cheating. One way this mofo could be cheating is if you see like Three of Swords, which we're going to talk about here again around, or Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, other type of energy that could show, that we'll talk about that here. All right, next we're going to go into our threes. Now, threes, I talked a little bit before about, well, how did that four get it? Wait a minute, what did I do? No, where's my threes? Oh, I just had them right here. Sorry. I'm going to get into threes. Why did I put them over there? And I ain't thinking. All right. Now threes. Get into our lovely threes. Threes can be the thing. This is the card Three of Swords. This is the one nobody ever wants to see. We just saw the last card everybody wants to see in a deck, and then this is the one nobody ever likes to see. This is the card of remember in Princess Bride where it's like, I heard the pain, the eternal pain, you know, when he Wesley got when Wesley died, and then they heard him scream in the pain of eternal anguish or whatever. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Anyway, this is that card, because this is three knives in the heart, right? We've got one from the past, present, and future. It's like the pain that never ends. It goes on, my friend. And it doesn't mean that it's the pain that never ends. It just feels like the pain that's never going to end. So three is about you and me and all of the people. Threes are about that. It's about you and me, and then 1/3 unexpected thing I never expected. And this was like, we had everything, and then something, or I had everything. I had it all, but something came and broke my heart. We could have had it all, rolling in the deep. You had my heart inside of your hand, but you played it. Yeah, this is that card. Yes, every love song wherever someone's had their heart broken and shattered and whatever, this is that one. But it's not only that, this is, I don't even want to say it's necessarily betrayal, because this is not necessarily the card of betrayal, though it can be. They often talk about it can represent third party, cheating, things like that, but that's more of like what other cards are around. But again, it often indicates a third, because it is a three, it indicates something happened or a third factor came into play which shattered everything. So it's not always cheating. People love to claim and pull out cheating, but it's not always cheating. You gotta look for clues and tips, and I guarantee you the majority of people that are going to ask you to read for them, it's usually going to be, are they cheating? But in this case, it's the thing that we see here with three of swords is you have to see that it's just some external factor came into play. Was it someone else? Can't say or don't know, but what we can sense here is that it seems like things were going okay, and then a third thing came in and just, and that's the thing about all of this. Every three is two things were going right, two or things, and then something third came in, something unexpected or third came in. Now, what's ironic about this is Three of Swords is air energy, and most people often think, well, what's the thing about that? So Three of Swords can also talk about like words cutting you to the core, cutting you to your heart. But this is total and utter and complete heartbreak. It could be someone's words, it could be someone's actions, but something stabbed you through the heart, and it just feels like it's never going to stop. But the good thing about Three of Hearts, Three of Swords, is that it does eventually end. Even though it feels like it won't, it does. And that's a good thing. It does. So it's the kind of heartbreak that you do get over. You do get past. You do move on from. But it feels like you won't. Okay. Three of Wands. Three of Wands is actually kind of a beautiful energy. It's passionate. But this is more like, okay, this is a step up from the Two of Wands. Three of Wands is more of an energy like we're going places. I've got a plan. I've got passion. I've got drive. And I am now taking those steps. I'm no longer looking to take the, I am ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. SpongeBob running around or whatever. But instead of him running around, he is taking initiative, passion, and drive to make those steps. Three of Wands doesn't really require much explanation, but it's more of a I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm taking those steps. It's almost like something fortuitous has come about to make Two of Wands something of fruition or to fruition. In other words, it's like something lucky has come along or something, I don't want to say lucky, but something has come into play. There has been an interjection. Something has stepped in, or there's been almost an intervention somehow to make my dreams a reality, or something, there's energy, something is afoot at the Circle K to make that passion come alive. Three of Cups is about celebration. That's three ladies dancing. This is about friendship. This is about celebration. This is about that emotional satisfaction of friendship and harmony. And they're celebrating at what a lot of people speculate is a wedding. And it's really about that kind of energy, just happy and celebrating and that type of energy. Again, some people say it can be friends with benefits in a love situation, so you don't want that in a love reading. So I will say that. With this one in a love reading, I forgot to say, for work, it could mean that there is a potential for a new promotion. With this one or maybe a new client if you work for yourself, or like something unexpected is coming into play that is really going to ignite and fire your passion, or there are things in those works and you are usually aware of it and that it will go well. Or in other words, use to your advantage what you know. With this one, when it comes to love, I would not... with love, it can be like, depending on what the person thinks. With work and stuff, I would see this as like, there could be like a release of pressure or release of stress at work. Maybe they'll make a friend at work, or there's going to be something that's going to come up. This is a good card for work because it means things are going to lighten up and loosen up, and there's going to be a new fresh energy emotionally through work. Now, relationship wise, depending on how they view the relationship, like if they're looking to get married, it can, depending on the cards that surround it, this could be a fantastic card, or it can be a negative card, depending on the words, the cards around it. It can be fantastic if they get other cards, like the Four of Wands talks about going to a marriage and celebrating a marriage. That would be fantastic. But if they get it with, say other negative cheating cards, then I would not take it well. The Three of Pentacles. This is our earth energy. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is our builders. These are our masons, and they're working on the church. Now, this is about building, or like accumulating, or everything about the earth energy is about that. But with it being a 3, it's more of like a camaraderie of building. And you had the 2, you were juggling before, and now help is on the way. You now have support. You have the start of a foundation. In other words, this is a fantastic card to get if you're feeling overwhelmed. And if you get it in a love reading, that means that this person has legit feelings of wanting to support and build things with you. If you get it for work, it also could indicate that you have a strong foundation to build on for your career. There are energies in place that are strong foundation wise, especially with money, that are gonna, it's like the 3 sides of a pyramid. This is a good card. Do you get what I'm trying to say? What these guys are doing is they have building plans, and they are working on and building their church. and they're working on the foundation and plans, and they're doing it all three together. All right, now we're going into the fours. Again, remember, fours are about self energy. So it's about completely internalizing, or what's being internalized. I'm going to go briefly through this one because I think I'm going a little long on this, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, Four of Swords. I know it looks like this guy might be dead, but he's not. He is simply taking a mental rest. This is the epitome of a mental health day. In other words, this guy is saying, time out. He's not dead. He's actually not dead. He's just resting. Time out. I need to take a mental break from this. I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no. I am simply taking a mental break. Because remember, this is air. This is words. This is thoughts. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This dude says, hold up, time out. And that's it. Simply, I need to take a mental rest. And that's what Four of Swords means. Simple. It's very simple. And it's the same thing with, it's almost like, they may go quiet, but they will be back. It's let me refresh, let me think, let me draw up what my next, because I can't focus right now. I will come back. I care. I will come back. All right, now this motherfucker right here, although this is Four of Cups, and I love discussing Four of Cups because I think Four of Cups is so complicated. All right, this little motherfucker right here is just hanging out underneath this tree, moping, pouting. He is bored. He is the kid while you are busy doing everything. Comes to you and to the woman that's been washing dishes and doing housework all day and says to you, Mom, I'm bored. Like you got suggestions on what to do to entertain him or whatever. Here, and this is the guy. Here I am now. Entertain us. Look at all the things he has to be grateful and happy for. And he's looking at him with emotional, fulfilling things. And he's sitting there with his arms folded, filled with apathy. And look, the universe, God, whomever you believe in, and I believe in God, but he's handing him, here, drink this cup of love. This is wonderful. Look at all the wonderful things. And he's sitting there like, what, moping, what? Oh, Four of Cups just makes me so irritated. Every time I see Four of Cups, I think, it's wake up! What's wrong with you? So Four of Cups is the energy of you. If it's you, it's you. If it's the other person, it's the other person. And there ain't no helping this person. So I get frustrated. But if someone has the energy of apathy, of boredom, of not seeing the beautiful thing that's being offered to them because they're too busy wishing what they had, when it's right there, when something beautiful is right there in front of them, you can't help someone like that. So why? All right, sorry, my thing ran out of space, so I'm going to kind of review Four of Cups again. Yeah, so this is the type of energy that, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You're too busy, the grass is always greener type energy. So if you get the Four of Cups, this is someone who is not emotionally satisfied with themselves, so they'll never be emotionally satisfied with anything else. And it's that type of energy. That's Four of Cups. Now, Four of Pentacles, or Four of Coins, is a miser. Miser wiser. This is someone who is holding on, and this is controlling energy. But this isn't as controlling as, say, like the Devil card, or which is Capricorn or anything. And this is actually, I consider this more of like a Capricorn energy, very much like low grade, low key Capricorn energy. This is someone who has, it's mine. You can't get it. You are under my feet, or these things are under my feet. This is my head. This is my ego. This is mine. Mine. So when someone, if you get this, especially if you get this in a love reading, as someone, as their feelings, Hello, red flag. I just say it's not the biggest red flag out of all the tarot, but red flag. This is someone who they like to call the shots. They like to control things, or they're holding on to some. They're holding on. They like to hold on to things. They don't like to let go. This is a kind of a my way. I'm gonna control the narrative. In other words, you're going to see what I want you to see. You're going to feel what I want you to feel. You're only going to, nobody knows it but me, energy. Because I'm only going to show what I want you to see. You're going to see what I want you to see, which is up here at the top. And but I've got me and my energy, me, myself, and I. And you're not going to see what I choose to hide. This is that type of energy. And if it's about, say, like if it's about, if it's a, like a job or something like that, they stingy, basically. They stingy. It's very clear in that respect. This is a stingy person. This person is stingy. They stingy with their emotions. They stingy with their passion. They stingy with their money. They stingy with everything. Stingy. Okay, so Four of Wands. This is a beautiful card. All right, Four of Wands is beautiful, and the reason being is because celebrate good times. Come on. We got passion number 1, passion number 2, passion number 3. Now, this is about someone's internal passion being, I've told you about fours being something internalized. This is about passion that is fully supporting someone to the fullest extent. Me, myself, and I. It's like the 4 pillars of passion coming to fruition. Some people, as you can see, it's a marriage card. It's celebrated. It's like your wedding day. It has that type of energy. So if you see this in a wedding, in a reading, it does not necessarily mean the person is getting married. A lot of readers make that jump too soon, too early, too fast, or whatever. But it has that type of energy. It has the energy of like, I want to get, that Goo Goo Dolls song, Slide. Oh, slide. I want to get married, run away. That type of energy. In a love card, it's like, maybe it's the first thoughts of someone's like, maybe this is the person I could marry. Maybe this is it brings about that kind of feeling. This person brings out the kind of passion in them to the point where they're starting to develop like rooted feelings for this person, right? Maybe I want to marry them. Maybe I want to build a castle and us celebrate our entire lives together. I want to dance with somebody, but I want to dance with someone that I can develop roots with too, This person makes me feel this way, that I could maybe be passionate with them forever. That's the type of energy this is. All right, remember the 5s? I told you there is nothing happy about the 5s, girl. Nothing. Let's see. You know what? I think I'm gonna stop with the 4s because that was a really long one. I don't want to make too many videos though. I was gonna do 5. I was gonna go all the way up to the 5s, but I didn't want to make too many videos. You know what? All right, I think I'm gonna stop though. I didn't want to make too many videos. I think I can get through the 5s. No, 5s. Okay, 5s and 6s are where it starts getting complicated. So we'll stop there, honey. All right. I hope this was helpful. Illuminates you, helps you. We'll just quickly recap. 2s are about decisions, and 3s are about choices and build, or not, no, sorry. 2s are choices and decisions. I don't know where that came from. 3s are about what you thought you had choices, but a third thing came in. So are you going to build on it? Luckily, think about it in the respect of the elements. 3 when that third choice came in, what element is in play? Well, when the third choice came in, with pentacles, that's something solid. That's earth, right? So when that third choice came in, hey, that was a good thing. When that third element came in, emotion, celebration. I mean, you see what I'm saying? But whoa, but when that air thing, that made you think that hurt. Okay. And then four is about me, myself, and I, and how that relates to the universe. So me, myself, and I, and God. That is 4. All right. Hope this helps, sweetie. And then the elements. Me, myself, and I. And then I'm greedy and stingy. So is there a place for God? Me, myself, and I. And then I'll just throw myself in there again. I'm just going to ignore God because I'm emotionally stunted by this tree. Me, myself, and I need a rest, but I will be back later because I'm in my head, in my head, in my head, in my head. And then here we go. And we're all going to celebrate. Me, myself, and I, and you. We all going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate because I'm passionate. All right, honey. I will. All right, that's it. I'm really done. All right. Hopefully this helps. If you got questions, ask them. Talk to you later. Bye.